All right, Dan, let's get this thing going, man. We got to get this thing started, man. We just got to get this podcast going. Let's go ahead and let's do this. Ooh, what is that, buddy? It looks like we're sharing a. What is this?
We're getting all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
That's right, because we're 17-year-old boys and we want to do a podcast that's extreme. Well, get ready, because this is the extreme episode of 191 of the Dan and Kody Podcast.
This is the Dan and Kody Podcast.
This is it. Right here, Kody. You put on those headphones and you go to work.
Why are you yelling?
This is where our message is heard. It's time to get hyped. Say it with me.
What are we saying?
Dan and Kody.
Dan and Kody.
Dan and Kody.
Dan and Kody Podcast.
Dan and Kody Podcast.
Dan and Kody Podcast.
Get some.
Dan and Kody Podcast.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm like tasting this, and I was feeling like I was headed to crash.
Right.
But that whole moment of us cracking the doozer and taking a taste, man, this takes me back to a young age. One of my favorite things I used to do with Mountain Dew was put it in a glass with ice.
Yeah.
And then feel the ice touch my face as that sugary
green
green syrup would go down my gullet.
Dude, I used to love doing the dew.
It's terrible.
You think it's terrible?
It's pretty bad. Yeah, I know we're drinking it right now, but it's pretty bad. It's funny, I've had it in my refrigerator since my brother was here, which he purchased it, and I don't particularly care for Mountain Dew because I do feel like it's marketed to a younger age of people that have no true taste.
170 calories, 46 grams of sugar.
Right?
Wow. Percent daily values are based on 2,000 calorie diet.
Ooh.
The Dew in high school, in middle school, that was the soda.
That was?
The Dew.
Well, it was. That and Surge. I know we've kind of
Surge,
we
yes.
talked about
Yep.
Surge.
In high school, at Hammond High School, HHS, Columbia, Maryland. Shout out to Columbia, Maryland. It was towards the end of the year. I remember there's probably like 3 days of school left or whatever. And I remember a Hummer, a black military style Hummer, like driving up.
So you saw this black Hummer, which or this like military Hummer. I'm going to throw a guess out here.
Okay.
LeBron James.
No,
it was 2001, wasn't it? He got you remember that Hummer incident?
I wasn't in school in 2001, high school.
Sorry, I was.
Oh, all right. The Hummer pulls up. They open the back. It's reps. It's Mountain Dew reps.
Reps for Mountain Dew.
And
wow.
they're just giving away. Remember Code Red? Mountain Dew Code
Oh,
Red?
yeah, I remember Mountain Dew Code Red.
Buckets of it. They're just throwing them at the kids. We left class. This was like, third to last day of school. We were like, fuck this. I heard there's a Mountain Dew truck out there. And it was just like the teacher, I forget her name. It was my chemistry teacher. She's like, no one can leave this class. And we were just like, bye. Bye. Did you hear? There's a fucking Mountain Dew truck outside.
Anybody get in trouble?
No.
I mean, there's got to be a law that limits these guys. Like, they used to do the same thing with energy drinks. They'd come to our school. They just slang them out. Hey, kids, you guys want drinks? You want drinks? You have one. You have two. Now you're going to have 20 because you got to keep drinking them.
Dude, we were filling up backpacks full of Code Red.
Wow.
Code
and these guys are
Reds.
thinking to themselves, yeah, we got them right where we want them.
We got these children.
We got them. Yeah, absolutely.
It's literally the story of the Pied Piper.
Oof. I mean, that's just insane.
It was insane. But, we started this off with the Dews. I started thinking about immediately all the things that people used to say about the Dew. How it shrinks your balls.
Oh, I remember the shrinking the balls. And then they'd always say it was the yellow 5 that would shrink your
yellow
balls.
5 does it. So I'm on Snopes right now.
Oh, good. You're clarifying that it doesn't shrink your balls.
Right.
Okay, kids. Hopefully you're listening. Just so you know, for all you kids that drink Mountain Dew today, we want to protect you.
Here's the claim. Drinking Mountain Dew brand soda causes one's testicles to shrink.
Yes.
The status of that claim, false.
Wrong.
Wrong. Totally wrong. It says Mountain Dew does not shrink your penis size.
Do you think that Pepsi had to put up money for a study to make a determination whether or not Mountain Dew actually shrunk the size of your testicles?
Because Big Coke is out there.
Because Big Coke's out there.
Hey, drink your balls.
Yeah, don't drink Mountain Dew. Drink Surge.
Heard that shit shrinks your balls.
Yeah,
Later.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Here, the rumors are primarily spread about PepsiCo's Mountain Dew soft drink, although it has also been told about Mellow Yellow, a Coca-Cola product.
Yeah.
Which, though still available, has been supplanted by Surge. The key factor is the presence of a dye called Yellow Number 5.
Right.
In these drinks, presumably in large quantities, a food coloring that allegedly has nasty effects on one's manhood.
Yes.
Why did we all, like, you're an Idaho kid.
Yeah.
I'm a Columbia kid.
Yeah.
We are separated
By thousands
of miles. We're in pre-internet.
Right.
We know that Yellow 5 allegedly shrunk your dick.
How? Where did this come from?
This
Dan?
is the greatest
Does it tell you
rumor.
where this rumor started?
Let's see.
Fast forwarding, time goes by, we're in the future, and go.
Yellow 5, also known as tartanzine,
Okay.
is an FD&C approved for use in food and drugs and cosmetics.
Right.
It's a coloring dye commonly used to give various foods, such as beverages, candy, and ice cream, a bright lemon yellow color. It's long been deemed safe by the FDA.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'd be curious to see where those rumors came from because honestly, they're concerning.
It's so crazy though. So the FDA has required since 1979 that food and drugs containing Yellow 5 be labeled to indicate its presence. Huh? And the U.S. Department of Agriculture requires similar labeling for meat and poultry. But
Okay.
that requirement came about because tartanzine was found to be associated with a variety of allergic type reactions in sensitive people, not because it wreaked havoc with the male reproductive system.
Oh, okay.
So that's probably how it like through the grapevine,
That we ended up getting fake news.
like someone got
Fake
allergic
news.
to it,
Right.
And then they're like, oh, well, he's got a small dick. Oh, well,
Was it dick? I always thought it was just balls. It's just testicles. It just shrunk your balls.
I heard a couple of them. I heard like, oh, you know that lowers your sperm count. People were saying that.
Okay.
And then it was, nah, it shrinks your balls. And I heard it shrunk your dick too.
Oh, okay.
It was just bad for that region in general.
Well, that's too bad.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
But hey, we've got kids.
We're okay, and we had a
good.
couple dews. So for all you out there, enjoy a little bit of that red dew and live it up. Dan, I think it's time we do a recap last week.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
We got to do recap last week.
Of course.
For those of you that were listening or weren't listening last week, we talked about a number of things. One of them was the kids at the Argentina school, Catholic school,
Yes.
that pulled out the fake gun, right?
Right.
And then the other, we talked about your marathon experience.
Right.
And we talked about the 86-year-old woman that runs a marathon. She was kind of our champion of the week.
Yep. My continued problems with Popeyes.
Dan's continued desire to get a Popeyes sandwich. Everything he's done to get one since it's come out, and he still hadn't received one, right?
Yeah.
Well, every week we want you guys to reach us out, slide in our DMs, send us one of them dirty little messages that we love.
Slip and slide.
Yeah, and do a voicemail to us.
We're talking dick pics, tit pics, and voice
That's
memos.
right. Voice memos. Those are the only three things we're accepting.
Yeah. D's, T's, V's.
That's right. And we want to make sure you guys send those out to us each week. So luckily, we have a caller from last week, although he didn't speak about what we talked about last week. He did about a couple episodes back, but let's...
You know what? Fine. At least he's doing something that we asked.
Absolutely. And not even that. He has an opinion, and we want your opinions. We want your thoughts. We want your feelings. Well, let's listen to it.
Daniel, Codifer, longtime listener, first-time caller. This is Ian, sometimes contributor to the Those Movie Guys podcast. Shout out to Joe and Phil. Thanks for letting me screw up your show sometimes. And I just got to say, you know, I live in the town with the Old People Fight Club, and I know I'm going back a couple episodes, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this because it is just downright shameful that they didn't invite me and that no one told me about it until now. So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to go by. I think I could probably win some money. You know, I'm not a big, strong guy, but I could take some old people.
Wow. Okay. Well, that was Ian, buddy, you got to get out there and punch some old people, man. I guess that's the only way to earn cash these days.
Yeah.
Economy's tough.
It's hard.
3.3 unemployment rate. For those of you that aren't working, you must not be doing something right.
You're just flipping through the want ads and it's kicking old ladies' ass.
Absolutely. If we're at 3.3% unemployment rate, the lowest it's probably been in, 70 years, and you can't get a job, there's a problem. And if the only option you have is punching old people in the face for money, Ian, Dan and Kody support you.
Dude, you know what I hear when I hear that voice, that memo?
What do you hear?
I hear boots on the ground.
I hear boots on the ground too.
We need you to go in.
We need you to get in there.
Infiltrate.
We need you to talk to those 3 women that got canned, hear their story.
Get your ear to the ground.
Right.
This can't be a big town. You got to figure out whose grannies these were.
That's true.
And we need them on the podcast.
Yeah, we need to get some of these senile, crazy people on the podcast, and they're going to need some assistance. And we feel that's best probably served by you.
I want to hear the story.
I do too.
This could be a movie.
I don't know about that.
Starring Helen Mirren
And Cloris Leachman.
and Betty White.
Betty White, yep, she's back at it.
And Diane Keaton.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely. It's basically First Wives Club 2.
Those are our old bats.
That's right.
They'll be the grannies.
Yeah.
But
get out there, Ian. Get out there, make some noise, find out what's going on over there. We appreciate the call.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And like everybody else, every week we have topics. We know you're listening to us. We know we're saying something that's probably bothering you. Let us know.
Air it out. That's what it's for.
This is kind of our coming to Jesus moment. We want to feel what you guys feel.
Yeah.
And just let us know. Send us a message, and we'd be more than happy to.
I'm looking at you, Justin Winters. I'm looking at you, Phil. I'm looking at you, Joe.
Yeah, where are you guys at, huh?
Fucking hit us up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Getting those DMs.
Yeah.
Kody, how are you?
Man, I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recently helped a friend of mine. Here's the story. He's a good guy, right?
Yeah.
But he gets these crazy notions in his brain.
Yeah.
And he says, I need this.
Stuff.
And so I get a call from him on Friday night, and he says, "Hey man, I'm gonna go buy I can't even say it. I'm going to go buy a treadmill."
I think I know where this is going.
And I'm like, "A treadmill, man? You're going to buy a treadmill?" "Yeah, man, I need somebody to go with me to pick it up and put it together." He's like, "Are you available Sunday?" I said, "You know what? More than happy. I'll be there for you."
You were like, "I got you.
I got you. I'm available." So, no big deal.
Right.
Show up, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock. We go swap out vehicles because it's a big thing.
It's massive.
We get to the Dick's Sporting Goods, and he hasn't purchased this item yet.
Nope.
So we go in and we talk, and he talks to the salesman. And, I'm looking at golf stuff because that's what I do.
Yeah, where did you go?
I was looking at
couldn't
golf
find
stuff
you.
and shoes.
I went to go to the bathroom, talked to the dude for 2 seconds, and then Kody was gone.
I noticed, just so you guys know, that person was Dan.
Yes.
And I was standing over and I was looking at Dan, and I heard, this is when they first approached you. I was kind of off in the distance, and they said, "Well, we can get it ready for you for pickup today." As if man, I got truck. I'm ready to pick it up now.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is. I've come to store. I have, in exchange for the product, I have money.
And I have prepared myself for said pickup.
Yeah, let's do this.
So Dan picked it up. We picked it up. We put it in this van. We take it to his place. We put it together. It worked out pretty quick.
It was great.
It was pretty, for the most part, it was pretty smooth.
Woo bam.
Like, did you have any thoughts or feelings like going into it? Any expectations that you weren't expecting?
Well, it's like what I'm finding is whenever you buy something, an appliance of this scale,
Appliance. Huh?
there's fear. There's a level of fear. I have a level of fear that I'm making a mistake. You know?
Right.
Do you
I
get
noticed this when we're done and we're picking it up. You said to me, what did you say? You think I'm crazy. And then you said to me, did you think I'm a sucker for buying the insurance?
Right.
And I was like, man, just do you. I don't care. It's your money. You make your choices, right?
Because sometimes, like, I mean, if you buy a vacuum cleaner and these places are like, would you like the 3-year protection plan? And you're like, oh, fuck you.
You
If
can
it
use
breaks,
a-
it breaks.
Okay.
On a vacuum?
I mean, it depends on what it is. Like one of those $500 Dysons.
Nah, not a Dyson. I'm talking Bissell.
Okay.
I'm talking a piece of Bissell.
$100 Bissell.
Yeah, with like three
Bagless
three
Bissell.
appliances.
I want to be a Dyson, but I'm not a Dyson.
Yeah, we're
What happened to vacuums?
Bissell.
Vacuums used to be big, metal, dangerous machines that would do a hell of a good job. And now we're stuck with these big plastic pieces of shit.
Running on battery.
They're running on battery. That you plug them in. They're just ready to fall apart all the damn time. I used to be able to vacuum up like metal shards.
Yeah, you want to vacuum, you go to your mom, to your grandma.
You buy that 1975 Kirby.
They're going to pull out a freaking machine
Absolutely.
with a knit bag.
Absolutely.
A knit fucking...
That not only it's a
Threaded
knit
bag.
but then it's got another bag inside the threaded bag.
It's like a shoe.
It is.
It's like a sneaker, this thing. And it can pick up a full pencil.
Absolutely.
You empty that fucker out, you're going to have a full pencil in there.
And it will be sharpened.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And
man.
we're stuck with
Shit
this
made
idea
noise.
that Saturday mornings, my mom would be in one of her moods. She'd been drinking the night before. I'm kidding. But she'd be vacuuming in the morning. And as a kid, in high school, I slept in until like noon
Sure.
every
course.
single day, every weekend.
Yeah.
And it's like, you hear it, and it's like,
Shut the fuck up, Mom.
absolutely.
God damn it.
And I'm wondering, as I hear everything being brought up into the vacuum, what did I have on the carpet?
You hear all the...
Yeah, like, what in God's name is it? Did I break glass and just decide to spread it around the floor?
The vacuum's just working.
It's just working.
Just chopping shit up.
And that's how you know it works.
That kind of vacuum, you could be that was like you would get scared vacuum. Like if you're vacuuming and anyone comes up behind you.
Right.
What? Like I can't fucking hear anything
It's
but
true.
the vacuum.
You're so right.
People got to come at you like waving their hands.
It's true. It's like the sound of an airplane.
Yeah.
And they're like, showing you where to park the plane.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of motions you have to make with your arms to get somebody to even, man. Kids. Yeah. It's just a different time, man.
But it's like, yeah, there's a level of fear with making a purchase of that size.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I bought the most expensive. I'm not that kind of person. I'm not going to get the best appliance. I'm not going to get the worst. I'm going to get the reviewed good, but not amazing.
Right.
But not shit.
Sure.
So that's what I've got at the Soul F63 treadmill for my running needs. So I'm all runner right now.
All runner.
I'm in the game.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody gives a shit.
Nobody
But
gives a shit. Yeah.
I will say that putting this thing together was easier than any child play set I've put together.
That's right. Because you were telling me when we were putting it together last Christmas, Dan had to put together this dollhouse for Moxie.
Goddamn dollhouse. My God.
And you basically needed an engineering degree to put the thing together.
Dude, it was intense. Like so intense that the screws were colored because they needed to match like the outside paint job
Absolutely.
of whatever was painted on the house.
Yeah.
So you couldn't just pick up the screw that you needed. You had to pick up the one that was like yellow if it was going into a hole of the brick wall that was also yellow.
Right.
There's a lot of mistakes. So look close on Moxie's. There was some no turning back moments. I was like, fuck it. It's going to be blue over here.
Well, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
In the end, she's happy with it. Doesn't matter.
But no, I sincerely appreciate you going with me to get that thing.
Yeah,
There's
man.
no way I could have done that myself.
No, there wasn't.
How does a single person with no friends get a treadmill? They probably got to pay the $300 to get it delivered and set up.
Oh, absolutely.
That sucks.
I mean, they're single and they have no friends. So why are they worried about a treadmill? They should just sit at home and
End it.
you know. We're kidding. If you're sad and alone, please call us. We're more than happy to be your friend.
Yeah, DM us.
DM us.
Audio DM.
Audio DM us. Tell us what you think of the last podcast and tell us how you feel. We want to hear about it.
Yeah.
Anyway, cool. Last year, you guys may remember, we partnered with Studio Headphones. They sent us a couple sets of headphones. We talked about them on the podcast. They want to team up again this holiday season, and we want to team up with them.
That's right. Everybody knows I'm a sucker for merch. When I got the opportunity to get some new Bluetooth Tolv headphones, I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. They're good. They're pretty good headphones. They fit in your ear. They don't shake around. They're legit. Studio's confident in the quality of their products. They've introduced Studio Sphere, a 6-month extended warranty, meaning you get 18 months of coverage. Studio is going to be having a Black Friday and Cyber Monday sale of 25% off the entire catalog, the largest sale Studio has ever offered. That offer ends December 2nd.
And if you can't get to them in time for that, hey, Dan and Kody wants to provide you with a little discount as well.
That's right. 15% if you use the code DK15.
That's right. So you go to studio.com, right, Dan?
That's right.
And you check out their headphones. They got a plethora. If you like the cables, you like the big headies, you like the Bluetooth, Studio's got some options there for you.
Hit them up. Well, that was great.
That was good. That felt really good. It was kind of therapeutic for myself. You know, economically, things have been going like we were talking about with the unemployment thing. Microsoft they were testing something. They were testing 4-day work weeks.
Oh, I saw an article
see
about
this?
that. And it was all positive, right?
It was all positive. So in Japan, for those of you that don't know what it's like to work in Japan, apparently it's miserable. It's highly competitive, and they demand a lot from you to work in middle management in Japan,
Right.
apparently. So like shame's a big deal there, and you know it's just a lot to be a businessman in Japan.
Yeah.
So Microsoft said, well, we want to kind of temper that.
Yeah.
And they went to a 4-day a week, 40-hour work week in Japan.
4 days, 40 hours?
40 hours total. So it's 10-hour days.
I see. So they just tacked on the 5th day into a portion of the 4 days.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what happens, they experienced 40% improvement in productivity.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that people had a shorter work week, they still had to make up for that time that they were missing.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to plan that out. But in the end, they were more productive knowing that they had a longer weekend ahead. How do you feel about that?
I think the stats are all bullshit.
Why do you think the stats are all bullshit?
Because, Kody, everybody wants a 4-day work week. Everybody. Everyone would love that. We would all jump at that opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So when boss comes downstairs and says, hey, gang, we're going to test out a 4-day work week, everyone's going to be like, fuck, yes. Let's get working. Let's get cracking. We cannot let this guy down. We need to keep this 4-day work week going. So let's bust our butt. So,
Okay.
of course, productivity is going to be way up. You're going to see a bigger uptick because all these guys want to get this 4-day work week locked in, and then then they're going to go back to slack.
Well, there's some other things.
You know what I mean? It's like when your mom comes. It's like when you know your mom's coming home, you clean up real quick.
Yeah, but they did this over a year. It's not like this happened over a week.
I mean, if you had to bust your ass for 4 days a week for a year, so that for the rest of the time you worked there, you're getting 4 days a week.
Is that how it works for you?
I would do it.
No, you wouldn't. You would do it for 3 months, a year, Dan.
They tested it for a year.
They tested it for a year. They also did some other things to make it more productive.
I mean, wait. You think I can't bust my butt for a year?
No, I'm not saying you can't bust your butt.
Done it.
I'm not saying you can't bust your butt for a year, but what happens is you forget about that. The reward is no longer, it's not the reward at that point because it becomes an everyday part of your life.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, we get 2 weeks. If we work real hard for the next 2 weeks, we get 4-day work weeks for the whole year. It's not how it works. They did it for a year to see how it would play out. On top of that, they also limited meeting times to 30 minutes. Mm-hmm. And they also eliminated like big group meetings in one place so that people could remotely do meetings.
Dude, yeah. Once you get into like a big corporate setting, what I'm finding is a lot of these meetings should be emails. It's like, huh?
Well,
what are we really talking about?
You want to
here?
make sure you get everybody on the same page, and you want to make sure that a meeting is necessary, right? And it's funny, even my brother-in-law, he works for this big giant company that deals with rideshare stuff.
Yeah.
And he does a lot of remote stuff,
mm-hmm.
and he's using Google to have group meetings where it's like there's 8 people in a meeting and they're all on their computers. And they don't have to meet together. And some people can turn off their video and they're just listening in on the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I would like that.
It works great. That way people don't have to like go to one location and meet. And if you want to be able to still see each other and talk when you see each other, you can still do that.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes more sense. You can be more productive because you can focus on the work you need to do versus focusing on, bigger picture stuff that kind of hinders that at times.
Right.
I'm okay with that. I like 4-day work weeks personally. I think the balance between work and life is hard enough as it is. Yeah. And I think when the demands of things, it's interesting. I don't think the demand to work is the same as it was 60 years ago. We have more rights now. The demand is probably not even as high.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm wrong.
If you could choose where to put the extra day off within the week, where would you put it?
I would always choose Friday.
You'd tack it on to get a 3-day weekend.
Absolutely. Don't interrupt me in my week. Let me focus on what I got to do, and then let me have my time by myself or my time away.
Mm-hmm.
Don't throw this like Wednesday or Tuesday softball on me. You want to know why? Because every time you come back, you have to reset. There's a reset period. That's why it's Monday, right?
Yeah.
It's that moment where you're like, I got to reset. I got to get my head back in the space to do it. And that's why Wednesday tends to be people's most productive day.
So you'd remove Friday.
Yes.
You wouldn't remove Monday?
No.
Then you get Saturday, Sunday, Monday, you come in Tuesday.
Yeah, but there's something about the move, and maybe it's the way that we're trained in our brains.
Mm-hmm.
But there's something about knowing that Sunday's always the end of the week.
Yeah.
You got to be ready to go Monday. I'm okay with that.
I'd maybe take out Wednesday.
Dude, it's the most productive day of the week.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing.
Really?
Yeah. People are the most productive on that day of the week because it's Monday's like it's like anything else.
Well,
it's
shit.
this
Why
big
do we
buildup.
why do we release on Wednesdays then?
Why do we release on Wednesdays?
Yeah.
Because it's the middle of the week. It's when people are doing stuff. It's when they're going to listen.
But if it's the most productive, then they're probably not listening as intently. If they're slacking, we got to get them slacking off.
Well, we're at Wednesday now. We're 191 into this. It is what it is. As I
slurp down a
my gosh.
Yeah, I would maybe get rid of Wednesday. That way I'm working in 2-day blocks, and then I get a little mini break, come back, 2-day block, weekend.
I would hate it. Oh, it's terrible.
That would be kind of cool.
Nah, man. Here's why, too. Say you wanted to take Thursday off. Boom, you got a 4-day weekend.
But then Wednesday is like your doctor appointments, get your oil changed, your tires.
Doctor's got to take Wednesdays off too.
True. But you just go to a doctor who doesn't take Wednesday off.
Good luck. No, I think it works with your. I think it interferes with the cycle, man.
Hit us up. Tell us what day you would take off.
Yeah, we want to know what your thoughts are. Let us know. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, it worked for Microsoft. Would it work for you?
Who knows? Okay. All right. I saw this article headline. I knew I had to speak with you about it. You hear about T.I.?
No.
T.I. and his daughter?
No.
Well, apparently he has a very attractive daughter now. Okay. T.I. was conducting an interview. Well, someone was conducting an interview with T.I. and he said that he goes to the doctor with his daughter for hymen checks. He checks to make sure the hymen is intact. And
is this for real?
this is for real.
No way.
He is a virgin checking his daughter at the doctor. This is absolutely...
This is for real.
This is for real. And it is mortifying. It's humiliating for the daughter, I'm sure. And it does... That wouldn't even... The fucker doesn't even understand that, like, that does not... That seriously, it doesn't necessarily mean... If her hymen has been, like, disrupted or whatever you call it, doesn't mean she's not a virgin. You can get a bad bump on, like, a bike ride and bust your hymen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have no idea. I don't know anything about hymens.
It's like when they're like, I popped her cherry.
I know what a hymen is, Dan. I'm just saying I don't know anything about like what's going to disrupt the hymen. But sure.
Just any sort of, well, not any sort of, but like trauma.
Could dry humping disrupt a hymen?
I don't think so. Man. Maybe if you like fell really hard or like took a bad bump or like got kicked, you know?
What if you were dry humping really hard?
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh man, you remember the days of dry humping?
But it's like her body isn't even hers. The days of dry humping. Those are bad days.
Those were. We can't even talk about them. Dan's been traumatically hurt by it. But you're right. As a parent, what's the line of overstepping your bounds?
Yeah. There's a level with your daughter, I guess, of like...
She's 18, right?
Is this my business?
Is she 18?
That's a good
I'm
question.
pretty sure she's 18.
That's a great question.
I was looking at stuff, and the fact that if she is 18, like, buddy, you're really crossing the line. You're crossing the line at 16.
Well,
or 15, like, and you're crossing the line even asking.
Even if she is 18, if she's dependent on him,
no,
that like
no financially, no, it doesn't matter.
But he could still have a hold on her through the ages of 18 if she's financially dependent on him.
You know, that girl has over 1.5 million followers.
Oh yeah, because she bad. She bad.
What do you mean she bad?
She's 18.
Okay. Did he cross the line? I think this is one of those things where it's none of his business. Like being a parent and understanding and knowing what is theirs, you can't stop somebody from doing that.
Yeah.
All you can do is educate and help them understand the consequences of their choices.
Yeah.
And going in there and being the king of her hymen is not the way to handle this situation.
It's like house arrest, you know?
Well, I mean, house arrest or it's just
she's under arrest.
It's totally inappropriate.
It was actually during a podcast. He boasted that he knows his daughter is still a virgin because her hymen is still intact. He said, "We have yearly trips to the gynecologist to check her hymen," he said. As of her 18th birthday, her hymen is still intact.
Weird.
Dad, back the fuck off. Yikes.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a parent of a daughter that's 16 or 17 years old, but you are, Dan, and I mean, you're going to do a hymen check.
Yeah, me and Mox already do them. So just kidding. No, but like, of course, as a father to of a daughter, I'm going to be protective of her, but not to this extent. You know? Is
it protection at that point, or is it just paranoia?
It's
paranoia, and it's just
you let some boy in there. Like, that's not yours.
What are you going to do to them once you find out the hymen is broken?
Yeah.
What's the consequence if you find out that that's the case?
Cut her off.
I guess.
Take her cars away.
She's got 1.5 million followers. She'll be able to make a little money.
Oh, yeah.
She's not going to be broke.
Do an Instagram ad.
Right.
10 grand.
Right.
Yeah, but the article that I have pulled up from New York Post, she hasn't commented at all on this.
No, but she dropped her dad from Insta.
She unfollowed her dad.
It's the biggest diss ever.
I think today. What would you do if Fitz unfollowed you on Instagram?
First of all, Fitz is 16 and has Instagram. I'm unfollowing him. I'm not playing games, Fitz.
That'd be hurtful.
You hear your dad. You hear me?
You unfollowed your dad? Mox, come on. You unfollowed your dad? It's fucked up.
I'm not surprised. I could imagine Moxie probably following you and unfollowing you at least 1,000 times in a year.
Or just like, just block me. Don't unfollow me. Make me think I'm there.
Right. I guess. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Oh, man.
That's terrible. T.I. should be arrested.
Yeah, bad move on the dad.
I mean, let's be fair. T.I. doesn't exactly have the best track record for anything.
No.
Except I really enjoyed him in Ant-Man.
He was great in Ant-Man.
Ant-Man and the second Ant-Man. I enjoy his character.
He has a great song. I want you all to listen to it. It's called You Know What It Is. And I used to bang that shit in the whip all day.
For those of you that don't know what Dan just said, he used to listen to that music in his vehicle all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a banger.
It was a banger. It was a really good song.
You know what it is.
Yep, there it is.
Bleep, bleep. So,
Dan.
Do you think that it's time?
This time for what?
This week's
True Crime. So it's been what, Dan? We've been on this journey since the beginning of when? August?
Yeah, about that, I guess.
Is that when it hit?
I don't know if I'd call it a journey. It was kind of like
Well, first of all,
a standstill.
Let me just say, anybody that wants a Popeyes chicken sandwich and is willing to sit for an hour, for 2 hours, for 3 hours to get one is fucking stupid. It upsets me. It makes me angry when I hear people do this. And here's why. Because it doesn't change your life. It's a fucking sandwich. Now, Dan.
But does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But does it, though?
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Me, the wife, and the child in the drive-thru over an hour for chicken sandwiches.
No.
Yes, we did it.
Why?
We did it, and I've had it probably 3 or 4 times before that.
And now what?
It's delicious.
Yes, but it's like
it's a delicious sandwich.
Oh my God.
And all like since I've gotten the sandwich, I started going to this like the Popeyes by me is like they're Bush League, B level, C level.
Do they have the sandwiches?
They have them.
Are they good?
Yes. But like they don't know how to pump them out. Like
Saturday, Dan, when we're going and picking up this treadmill, Dan says to me, or Sunday, hey man, you want to go get lunch? I was like, yeah, sure, let's grab some. He's like, what do you want? You want Habit? You want Subway? You want
Panera?
You want Panera? You want Popeyes? You want some Popeyes? I get a Popeyes? No, man, I don't care.
Cody, you said like, I don't want to contribute to like the violence.
The violence that's instead that's like, I have a real problem with this. And since Dan, since the last podcast, Dan went and tried to have one in one of our last podcasts, and he didn't have one.
Yep.
And now he's experienced it.
Guys, I'm a merch man. I'm a hype guy. I'm a pop culture chaser.
He's a brand fan until he's not.
Until it's really expensive.
Until it's really expensive. And then he'll buy himself some fake Yeezys.
That are coming in a month.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
But the sandwich, look, it's the juiciest hunk of fried chicken on a sandwich I've ever had. Period. It's like that thick.
How much of the rest of the bird do you think is tossed?
I don't know. And they're $3.99. That's what's crazy. This is a fucking mega sandwich that'll fill you up.
$4?
$4 sandwich. That's why they're in line. That shit is $4.
I can't.
What
I can't
else can
contribute.
you get for $4? A Coke costs $2.
You can get 2 sausage, egg, and cheese McMuffins for $3 at McDonald's right now. $4.
And those are freaking bite size, basically.
Those are big sandwiches, man.
A sausage?
The sausage McMuffin? Hell yeah, it's big.
I do the biscuits.
Sausage egg McMuffin? Yeah, whatever. Get out of here.
And I do the Jimmy Dean's heat 'em up croissants.
Those are jams.
So good.
Yeah,
I've
those are
been
good.
living off those.
Those are good. Those are good. But I couldn't contribute because
To the evil.
like Popeyes is evil. Not because of the sandwich, but because they realize the chaos and they're unprepared to handle the demand.
Yeah.
And we've seen this over that week, and that is the reason why it's this week's True Crime.
We're not going to go over all of them, but I got to preface this one with the others. A man was shot in Maryland over this goddamn chicken sandwich.
A employee of a Popeyes was selling them on the side while other people were waiting in line.
Yep. There's a video of a white male using the N-word in the Popeyes and then getting beat up outside.
Yes.
And getting his sandwiches taken from him.
Good God.
There is a video of a woman trying to cut the drive-through with her car and just blatantly destroying the side of her car, like scraping through to get into the drive-through.
These are all of the stories that have made this Popeyes experience for people terrible. Imagine what it would be like if Nike dropped a sneaker. Like these are just chicken sandwiches. What if it was something that actually people really cared about?
I promise you there's like stories of people dying over Jordans.
Okay, you're probably right.
I remember when the Reebok pumps came out.
Oh yeah.
People were getting killed stealing them off little kids' feet.
Wow.
I remember that. My mom was nervous to get me my first pair of pumps. There was a discussion.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, I heard of a story. Somebody got theirs stolen off of their feet. Like this is an American thing.
Right.
This hype train.
Yes.
It's insane.
And you can't slow it down. This Popeyes is the Donald Trump of fast food. They ignite a riot in exchange for your money to feed people their sandwiches.
Because bad news is news.
That's true.
What do they say?
All news is good news.
All news is good news.
Yeah.
We're talking about it.
Absolutely. Justin Bieber tried it. He gave a review on YouTube.
Yo, I ate the chicken sandwich, y'all. It's good.
Was that Justin Bieber?
That's my Bieber. Hey guys.
His voice is a lot deeper than I thought it would be. Hey yo, this is Justin Bieber. Hey yo, Ethan.
Yo, Ethan. There's a bomb in my chicken sandwich.
Yeah, but that's why it's this week's True Crime.
Yeah. So here is a story of an employee of Popeyes fighting back. So let me paint this picture for you guys. Basically, an employee, Dariance Hughes, was fired from Popeyes. He was arrested for felony aggravated assault when a woman purchased the chicken sandwiches, she purchased them, went away, came back because she looked on her bank statement and was claiming that she was double charged
Right.
for the sandwich.
Yeah.
There's video inside the Popeyes of all the employees, like, you were not double charged. You were not double charged. Please, like, get out, leave.
Right.
And she, like, will not leave. They're like, we're gonna call the police if you don't leave. She's like, my family's the police. Like something was a little wrong with the 55-year-old woman in this altercation. But the video, there's more video on Twitter of Darius like holding out his cheek from behind the counter and screaming at this woman, begging her to slap him in the face.
Right.
He's like, hit me.
Give me
hit
a reason to kick
Come
your
on.
ass, lady. Right.
Yeah. Then this, like, I guess they start pushing her out of the Popeyes.
Right.
This thing spills out into the street, and old Darius takes a move out of a high school wrestling practice,
Right.
picks her up, and then straight up Macho Man body slam into the pavement.
On the street.
You can hear this woman's like face bounce off the pavement.
It's terrible.
It is disgusting. Now, me and Kody don't condone this type of violence. We're just talking about
What type of violence do we condone?
defense.
Defensive violence.
I condone a defensive violence.
Okay. All right. Continue.
Yeah. Somebody coming at you, give them a little knuckle sandwich.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Karate chop.
Okay. All right. I'm okay with that.
Judo.
Judo. Right.
You know, end it. Rip his head off.
Right. Okay. I respect that.
But it doesn't matter if this woman was right or wrong with the double charge. It doesn't matter.
No. Was this guy the manager, you said?
No, he was not the manager. This is Columbia, Tennessee. It says he did. Darius Rashael Hughes, 29. This is a 29-year-old man.
Yeah.
He's not 17. He's not 18.
17-year-old would have been afraid.
But like, dude, you got to have some sense. It doesn't, because at that point, it doesn't matter what she did.
No.
It doesn't matter what she said.
No. At that point, you call the police and you get her out of there.
She could have been like, fuck all of you motherfuckers. I'm going to kill all of you.
Right.
You take her out in the street and you body slam her, you're wrong.
Right.
You know? It's just like what you were talking about with the smoke.
Right.
The guy smoking the ciggies in front of the frickin' car wash.
Right. Last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deborah Staggs is the woman. She suffered multiple injuries, 9 fractures, 6 cracked ribs, and a broken knee. How do you broke your knee?
She had it coming.
She underwent surgery at Vanderbilt University Medical Center on Friday, remains hospitalized.
Wow.
Ugh, just terrible.
That's terrible, man.
What do you have to say for yourself, Popeyes?
Way to go for being this week's true crime, I guess, huh?
This is how you want your sandwich to be remembered.
It's true.
Remember?
It won't be remembered as like, man, I remember it being so good. No, it's going to be remembered as, remember when everybody went crazy?
Remember what those people were doing to each other?
This is like the only time where this is okay. Like if Obama was in office, Obama would have condemned Popeyes.
What would he say?
He would have been like, okay, I want to tell Popeyes that's not very American. You need to make sure we unite each other. And for you to be able to take your sandwiches and make sure that people are sharing them together and experiencing the delight that these big juicy breasts are. I mean, I don't know what the hell he'd say, but anyway.
Come on. We got to relax.
We got to relax. Okay. And
He'd make fun of it. He'd be like, we're people.
yeah, absolutely.
People run. My Obama turns into Cosby very quick, so I don't even want to do
Two
it.
very different people. That's funny.
But yeah, it is.
Anyway.
It's silly. This like remember those shows on VH1 like I Love the '90s,
Yeah.
and it was all like the
We're going to have a I Love 2019, and everybody's going to talk about Popeyes chicken sandwiches, and everybody was dying.
and the freaking murders.
The murders, the battery,
You know what it
the
is?
violence inciting.
It's the brioche bun. You insert brioche into any situation, people go crazy.
Yeah.
Brioche French toast. I will fight somebody over brioche French toast. Easy.
Wasted your time, man.
I will kick somebody's ass for some brioche.
Just don't punch him too hard, buddy.
Yeah.
I want to tell you about a company called JC Room Blocks. Do you have 10 or more out-of-town guests coming to an event near you? Maybe you have a bris, a wedding, a family reunion, a science convention. Maybe some friends are coming in town and they just want to get drunk in one place. Or your mom's coming into town and she's got 10 brothers and sisters and they need a room so they can all come over to your house and have a bagel. Well, I have the answer for you. JC Room Blocks. They research hotels in the area that you need the rooms. So if you're in San Diego, they're going to find those rooms. They're going to put them together for you. Oh, what? You need to be in Boston for a little bit? No big deal. Go over to Boston and hang out with your Boston friends. You got 10 or 15 of them and you need a room? Fucking Boston. That's what you're going to do. Since they're certified travel agents, they can get you the lowest possible rates. On top of discounted rates, they can also negotiate highly discounted bridal suites, shuttle service, and food and beverage functions. If you mention the Dan and Kody Podcast, that's us, they'll waive their fee. That means you don't pay anything, okay? Check them out, jcroomblocks.com. I'm going to repeat that, jcroomblocks.com. They're on Facebook, they're on Twitter and Instagram. Follow them, check them out, get all them rooms!
The champion of the week. Yeah.
What do you got for us, Dan?
Bro.
Lenny
Lenny
Kravitz.
Mog. M-A-U-G-H-A-N. Mon?
M-A-U-G-H-A. Mon. Yeah, my name's Lenny Mon.
M-A-U-G-H-A-N. Mahan? Mahan. Lenny Mon. He's a marathon runner in San Francisco.
Oh, God.
Stop. It's not,
No, you need to stop,
this
son.
isn't just a running story. Here, listen to this guy. He's a marathon runner in San Francisco, but you're going to love this. You're going to start doing this, I think.
Okay.
He cleverly shapes his routes so they look like everything from fruits and flowers to famous figures and characters. So what I mean by that is if you're like a distance runner, you're usually using an app like a tracker that maps where you've ran, where you've headed. And if you're going like a super long distance, you look at your app,
right?
You take a screenshot and you'll see like a red line
Where
or
you've
whatever.
been. Yeah.
This guy is doing this, but he's made it art. He's doing artwork on the apps.
He's doing artwork on the apps.
Yeah, I will share with you a couple photos. Look, he's in San Francisco. This motherfucker ran a bird.
Was that a bird?
Yeah, look at the wing.
There it is. It's a seagull.
He ran a seagull. He ran a foot.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's beautiful.
I don't know about beautiful. He ran a half-eaten donut.
Yeah, I don't know is that an @ sign?
I don't know. Wow, he ran.
He ran Frida.
He ran Frida.
Frida with the eyebrow,
Wow,
the unibrow.
That's so cool.
He ran Frida. That's an avocado.
Yeah, a half cut avocado. A taco.
This guy ran a taco in San Francisco.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
Look at all the streets he had to like.
Oh yeah. No, he mapped it first.
And then he just ran it.
Oh, chopsticks. Hand with chopsticks.
He ran a hand with chopsticks.
He ran a cup of coffee.
With steam
cool.
coming off of the cup.
High heel. Very, very perfect for a pig.
He ran a pig.
What is this? I don't know what that is. Is that Jaws? Like some kind of shark coming out of the water?
Yes.
Sure.
That's what that is.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, this guy, it's street
Oh,
art.
clover, the three-leaf clover. That's cool.
He has turned his exercise into street art.
You know, he may not have even had to do this.
He ran a rose.
Maybe.
You think he just mapped it and screenshotted it?
I mean, you can take you can map. You can take a photo of the map and then you can just go into Illustrator or Photoshop and just draw that.
You're saying he didn't do this.
I'm saying it's possible.
It's possible, yes.
Yes, it's possible.
The seagull-shaped run took Mon about 4 hours to complete.
Okay, so he's running a marathon.
He ran a man running.
Yep. Maybe.
It's incredible.
Maybe.
I have a fraternity brother who I won't say his name, but he runs dicks. He sends it to us.
Oh, wow, that's not weird.
He runs in the shape of like a big dick.
Oh, okay. Every time?
A lot. And I'll just screenshot it and send it to us.
Oh, wow.
All in like a group message.
You guys are best friends, huh?
If you're listening, I love you, buddy.
Way to go, Derek.
His name's not Derek.
Okay, well, I don't know. No big deal. No big deal.
But I just think it's like, he said, the first design proved to me that I could create a shaped route if I planned in advance. And after that, I designed all sorts of routes, Mon told Insider. Then I shared them on smartphone apps that recorded and published my route. I've been doing this ever since.
Wow. I mean, it gives him something to do outside of running. You think running for 4 hours, for 5 hours would,
Yeah, now he just has a payout. I bet these routes, though, suck.
In San Francisco, running in San Francisco must be miserable.
Yeah, all the stoplights and trains and hills.
I mean, it's like
those
one
inclines.
giant hill. There's so many inclines in San Francisco. No thanks.
And then you've really, this is Etch-a-Sketch level of like hiding lines, Like
Right.
if you're writing with an Etch-a-Sketch and you need to get to somewhere, you need to write over something you've already done in the same manner so that you don't lose the line.
Right. You have
know
to
what I mean?
you have to know where you're going. Exactly. Right.
So these runs probably suck.
Yeah.
Just like super
I mean,
boring.
If he created his own app that would, like, here's an app you could make for runners. They basically create your own map based off of a face, and then you can run that, or based off of some piece of art, and you can
Sure.
run it. People would do that. They'd be interested in that. Oh yeah, I ran a face in my neighborhood or whatever it is.
Right. Well, congratulations.
Yeah, way to go. Thanks for being our champion of the week.
You're a good man.
A woman was found dead in her apartment. People thought she died of overdose, and the police showed up.
Yeah.
They went in the house. There were a couple giant dogs outside, Great Danes, and the woman was dead inside of her house, bled out.
Bled out.
Bled out.
Did the dogs do it?
Dogs bit her. She bled out. She thought she could handle it. She'd been there a while.
Did she own the dogs?
Yeah, they were her dogs.
And they just bit her?
Yeah. Yeah, man, they bit her. They bit her good. Apparently, she was laying on the bathroom floor. She'd have enough strength to get them out of the back door after she was bit. But after that, she was donezo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those dogs must not have liked her.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. She was positive. People thought she was dead because of drugs. So, but she loved those animals. And yeah, apparently when the police got there, they found the dogs outside on their deck, and it was just covered in dog shit.
Ugh.
Like you couldn't see the deck.
It's just full of dog poop.
Full of it. So,
Dude, this is what I was telling you about with nature is metal. Like you have a beast that lives in your home. His name is McFly.
yeah.
How long before you die will he be like, I need to start eating this dude?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of time, survival kind of a thing.
Like, how long does it take for cats to start eating you?
12 hours, probably. Cats
They're
are
just like,
terrible.
yeah, fuck it. We'll eat them.
Yeah, absolutely.
You take a long nap, they'll start eating you.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's terrible. Cats will eat. You have to be careful. You need to lock your door, make sure they don't get in your room.
There are always some kind of, like, some old lady dies in her house half
The
eaten.
cats eat her. Ugh, terrible.
It's like every Saturday.
It's gross.
There's something.
Yeah.
So I don't get it. So a Great Dane bit this woman.
2 Great Danes.
2 Great Danes bit this woman,
Yeah, they can be aggressive sometimes. They bit her.
and she just
bled out and died. Now, what's the punishment for the dogs?
Euthanize.
Bam. And that's what they did.
They just killed them both.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't kill people. Only people kill people.
That's not true. Great Danes do too.
Yeah, but you can. But you can only kill people. But people can only kill people and live with it. Oh, dude, I forgot.
What?
You're gonna like this. Sort of ties in.
What happened?
A man in prison. He was a life sentence, right?
Right.
And he basically had a health issue in prison.
Yeah.
Quote unquote died, right?
Oh, I heard this story.
Now he's like, I've served my life sentence.
Right.
I fucking died, man.
Right.
You
Judge
gotta cut
said,
me loose.
Sorry. Doesn't work that way, buddy.
Yeah, judge was like, wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I saw that.
He briefly died, argues he served his life sentence.
Not at all. I mean,
You don't
whatever.
think so? And he had a do not resuscitate.
No, man.
And they resuscitated him.
Well, if he had a DNR, maybe they should have let him die.
Yeah. So
Kinda weird.
that's where I
If
think
he had a DNR, then he should have been dead. But I'm sorry, you're in jail for as long as you can breathe air and live.
yeah,
Not as many times you can cheat death. That's not the way it plays.
right.
It doesn't work for me. If that's the case, like I'm 30, I murdered somebody. Well, I'm going to try and kill myself, but make sure that I have a way to get out.
Right.
It's a risk because I'm going to be in here the rest of my life, or I'm going to be, put to death. But if it's a life sentence, then what's the risk?
But what if you're pronounced dead?
So what?
That's the sentence. Life.
But you're still alive when you come back, right?
Sure.
Okay. So then are you still living?
Right, but then it's not game on. It's like, no, that was the guy who died.
No, you're still the same person. There's not a
But are
new you.
But are you?
You're not wearing a new sleeve.
If you were pronounced dead, are you the same person if you come back?
Yes,
I don't know.
I do.
They say the human heart, you lose 21 grams
What
when
are
you
talking?
die.
21 grams of what?
Weight.
In what?
When you die, you lose 21 grams.
Of what?
They think it's like your spirit.
It was so fucking stupid.
You immediately lose 21 grams.
I don't know what that is. What am I measuring? You just keep saying 21 grams.
Weight, like the weight of yourself. Like all right, they weigh you. Okay? You're 215.
Okay.
All right? Then you die.
Okay.
They weigh you.
Yeah.
You're 250. You're a little bit less. You're 21 grams less than 215.
Can I tell you what it is?
Huh.
You've pissed yourself.
No. No, man, it's your spirit leaving your soul. It's your soul.
So you're telling me my soul weighs 21 grams?
That's the idea. Yeah. So you are not the same person. I'd be like, how am I the same person? I weigh different. I weigh
just
less.
because oh, hey, I worked out in the gym, I weigh less, I'm not the same. No, man, the
I'm
logic
a
doesn't
different
work.
guy.
Logic doesn't work.
I died on that table. I was pronounced dead.
I remember all the experiences I
sentence
had
is-
before. I remember when that other guy killed him. I was there. I saw it all. No, I disagree.
Yeah.
But if you guys agree or disagree, let us know. Send us a DM. Get into those DMs. Tell us what you think, how you feel. Is it right? Like, how do you feel about dogs killing people? How do you feel about Dan saying that, oh, when you die, you lose 21 grams and that must be your spirit? Wrong.
How do you feel about body slamming 55-year-old ladies
Absolutely.
over Popeyes?
How do you feel? Anyway.
Listen to this. The judge ruled against it, and here's what he said. He did not legally die, as his presence in this courtroom indicates. Motherfucker, you're here.
Absolutely.
Get your ass back in jail.
Absolutely. I agree with that. And I'm going to say absolutely again because that's my word. That's my word of choice.
I appreciate the effort.
Yeah, sure.
It's creative.
Yeah, dying
like,
and then
no.
coming back. No, I died, man.
Life, right?
Life sentence. You're still alive.
Life, right? That was me.
Right.
Pronounced dead. You see this paper? 1215? Dead. That was him.
Yeah, right.
He did the murders.
No, not a chance.
Oh, it's cute.
Well,
Well,
Dan, it was a pleasure.
it really was. It really was a pleasure.
191 is probably one of the most memorable podcasts I've ever done.
Flagship.
Flagship podcast.
If
here.
someone says, "Hey, what episode of the Dan and Kody podcast should I listen to?" It's 191.
Flagship.
This is a flagship podcast.
This is a flagship episode. This is what sells all. This gets the butts in the seats.
Yeah, and thank you, veterans. Happy Veterans Day.
Happy Veterans Day. Wednesday, tomorrow. I mean, for you, when you guys listen, it'll be Wednesday. Disney Plus is out.
Oh yeah, DP.
That's a big one.
Watch that Mandalorian. Is that out immediately?
First episode is. They're going to release it weekly.
Oh, fuck off.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Disney.
Come on.
Go jerk yourselves off and blow it in your face, you sick bastards.
I
gave you my money.
You want to go toe to toe with Netflix?
It's so stupid.
We need to binge.
No,
I need the binge.
I don't like the non-binge. I would prefer just give it to me, man.
Don't give me this week to week crap. What is this, Roseanne?
They have to do it because they don't want people to cancel.
Watch it and skedaddle.
Yeah.
That's the fear.
Like, I'm sorry, but I can't watch another episode. I can't watch another. I can't rewatch Escape from Witch Mountain 42 more times. Okay. Even if you got the sequel with The Rock.
Their message after you've watched Davy Crockett like 50 times.
I don't care. The Swiss Family Robinson, it's cool. They did what they did, but I'm not interested anymore, man.
Dude, it's going to be great. Mandalorian's going to be great. All those Disney movies. You're going to be so happy when Fitz is like into Disney stuff. They're all right there. Are you kidding me?
I'm going to limit that, man.
You say that.
I know I say that, but
you say it.
I'm going to like
running around like a little asshole.
But the point is like it's painful for me, but it's good for him. That's what's important. I got to prepare. I'm preparing myself. If I prepare myself for something, for the most part, I do a pretty good job following through. If I don't prepare myself, I struggle.
You know what I'm looking forward to on there? Watching movies that I passed up, thinking like that probably sucks.
Like what?
Like that George Clooney Disney movie, Tomorrowland.
Yeah, I never saw that.
Me neither.
Looked like it sucked.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But it's going to be one of those that are like, all right, let's check it out. Emperor's New Groove.
That was a good one. That was great.
Looked like it sucked.
It was real good.
I'm going to check it out.
It was real good. I enjoyed Emperor's New Groove. David Spade.
Here's the question.
Yeah.
Are they going to have all the bullshit Disney movies?
Like what?
Like Lion King 6. Like
I think they will.
Like Timon and Pumbaa straight to DVD. They're going to have those?
I think they will.
Really?
I think so.
Like Robin Hood. I never seen animated Robin Hood.
It'll be on there.
I can't wait.
I used to watch the animated Robin Hood all the time when I was a kid.
Never saw it. We should watch it together.
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, guys have feelings or thoughts on Disney Plus, the world, the way it is. Let us know. Thanks for listening to the podcast. And remember, you guys, send us DMs, share us with your friends. We got all our podcasts are going up on YouTube now. If you have questions, let us know.
Joe, Phil, I want to hear your voices, audio recordings of yourselves.
I don't even care if you guys are saying anything to us. Like, you guys could be talking about what you had for lunch or what you've been doing.
I want your voices on our podcast.
Please, to us. Thanks, guys.
Kiss me. Thanks for listening and laughing with the Dan and Kody Podcast. Our email is danandcodypodcast@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter. We are on Instagram at Dan Kody Podcast. Check out our website, danandcody.com, and you can contribute to the podcast by going to patreon.com/Dan Kody Podcast.
Subscribe, bitch!
Everybody played himself down the shit. Right.